What's going on, everyone? Ruben here, the relationship non-guru. And today, what I'm going to be talking about is the harsh truth about love. The harsh truth about love. And what kind of love are we talking about? The one most people think of when you first hear the word love is like, oh, significant other, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the case may be. This is the number one thought we have when we think about somebody else. So when it comes to the truth about love, what I want to say is that love is something you don't feel all the time for your significant other. And this is very true. Because what love is, technically, is just a bunch of hormones that go on through your brain, whether that's oxytocin and serotonin and all these feel-good hormones that happen when you embrace them, or in the beginning when you fall into love, which I'm reading a book on that right now, and I'm on that chapter talking about falling into love and how it's not a sustainable thing, and it's not really what we consider love, the energy that love is. I've spoken about this in a past video about the energy of love and projecting it. The more you project out, the more you receive, and all this good stuff. There are times, and I'm sure you've experienced this, where you feel so much love for them. They're the most interesting person in the world. You just can't get enough of them, and this can be years down the line if you really have built yourself and know how to handle relationships. You'll get to that point where they'll feel amazing. You will learn new things all the time, and things I've spoken about in, like I said, past videos. But the truth is, that won't always be there. And you know that. I know that. We all know that. It's not always, sunshine and rainbows and roses and just beautiful and it's colorful and vibrant. No, sometimes it can be black and white, dull, boring. And there's really nothing you can do about it. It's kind of like the yin and yang. You can't have one without the other. How can you experience that vibrant, colorful, sunshine and rainbows part when you don't experience the black and white, where it's just like plain and dull? In order for you to experience this, you have to go through this, and it's kind of like the waves. It's gonna happen, and the more you understand that, the better the relationships will be. Because when those times come, maybe it's time to spend time away from each other. Whether that's, maybe you take a solo trip, maybe you go and spend time with family for a weekend. If you live together and you don't have that luxury of doing it, maybe you can just hide out in a different room for a few days and kind of not lock yourself up, or but just not sleeping together, just sleep somewhere else and just enjoy time away, physically and mentally. Whether that's you grab this phone and kind of put it down for a few hours and not message, don't talk to each other, and it kind of like you start missing each other, and you kind of miss that feeling of the beginning starts to come back, where you felt that, oh my god, like I can't wait to see them this week and this and that, and you had all these like things going on in your head, but obviously you don't want them in your head all the time. So once it gets to that point, yes, you should see them and spend time with them, and maybe go out and have a nice dinner. If you have kids and you never have time for each other, know that you should block out time for each other. And what I love, and I've probably said this before, is one of my mentors, Elliot Halls, what he does with his wife. He has 4 kids around. They're older to the youngest, but they're not too far apart. And he takes time out every week, at least one day, to spend with his wife. That's amazing. Just so that you don't have that time, so you just make that time. One night, one entire day, you go out to eat. Maybe you do like a date night. where it's just you and her. You put away the phones, no interruptions, and you just like focus on each other, and you build that love and you sustain that love, that relationship. Because remember, it's not a relationship is not one, it's three parties. It's you, there's your significant other, then there's the relationship. That's it. There's always three parts. If you read a ton, I've been reading relationship books, all of them say it. So you have to think of it that way. Your relationship is another entity. You have to take care of that. Also take care of yourself. But the harsh truth about love is that, like I said, you're not always going to feel the same way. And in order for you to feel that way a lot more, you have to understand the yin and the yang. So, short video. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next week on the next video. And as always, stay awesome.